Hello everyone, welcome to the class of Health and Physical Education, Unit 7, Physiology and Injuries in Sports. And today's topic is causes and prevention of sports injuries. Now, what are the causes and prevention of sports injuries? Till now, we have learned related to the different types of injuries like bone injuries, soft tissues injuries, joint injuries. In that, we have already learned the causes and their preventions. But in general, today we are going to learn the causes and prevention of sports injuries. So, we are going to start with the causes of sports injuries. Now, there are the various causes of sports injuries. In that, the first one is given as an improper warming up. So, improper warming up by an athlete or a sports person is going to create sports injuries during the training or competitions, because if they are not having a proper warming up, then it is going to affect their heart rate. It is also going to affect their circulation of the blood, and because of that they will be having a stiffness, or their joints will be not that much working enough, or they will not be having a good movement, and there will be increase in their blood flow in the muscles will also be less. So there is no increase in the blood flow of the muscles. So due to that, it is going to create problem for their performance, as well it is going to create the injuries also. So improper warming up is one of the causes of sports injuries. The next we are having, that is improper conditioning. So improper conditioning is also one of the causes of sports injuries, because when we are talking about the conditioning of the player is being done physically as well as mentally. So the conditioning helps in development of the cardiovascular fitness, muscular endurance. There are the various components of health fitness, that is like power, strength, speed, balance, agility, coordination, endurance. So conditioning is very much essential, because if the conditioning is not been done, then there will be lacking of these all components, and due to that there will be the maximum chances of getting injured. So improper conditioning is one of the causes of sports injuries. Then third point is given as an unscientific way of training. So here unscientific way of training tells us that the learning style, you have seen that many of the coach, they used to make their player understand while watching the videos. So with the help of the videos, with the help of the audios, they used to coach their player. So there are the various unscientific way of training also. Here the player should be having a proper knowledge about the overtraining and undertraining, because they should know what are the effects of overtraining and undertraining, how it is going to affect their performance, and how it is going to create the injuries during the sports. And due to overtraining, that also is going to create injuries. Undertraining is also going to create the injuries in sports. So they should have a proper knowledge about overtraining, undertraining. And due to the ignorance of this scientific law, the sports person may be easily injured. So here the chances of injuries will be more. So they should have a proper way of training, and if the unscientific way is there, then the chances of injuries will be more. Then fourth point tells us that lack of fitness. What is lack of fitness? Here when we are talking about the fitness, that doesn't mean only physical fitness, it also includes physiological fitness and psychological fitness. Physiological fitness, that includes cardiovascular fitness, strength muscular strength, flexibility, their gait movement. Whereas psychological fitness includes like optimization of the mental and emotional health, behavioral abilities. These are being included as psychological fitness. So the player should be they should be having a good fitness, and if they are lacking such types of fitness, then it is going to affect their performance, and they are going to easily get injured. So it is also been said that unfit individual is more prone to the injuries in the field of sports. So if the person is unfit, so the chances of injuries will be more. So lack of fitness is also one of the cause of the sports injuries. Then fifth point, it is nutritional inadequacy. If the player is not taking a proper diet, if or they are not including vitamins, minerals in their diet, then definitely it is going to affect their performance, because lack of vitamins like calcium, vitamin D, phosphorus, there are the various types of there are various types of minerals and vitamins. If they are lacking, then definitely they will be having weak muscles, weak bones. Their mental status will also be weak. So it is going to affect their performance, and which is also going to create injuries in sports. So nutritional inadequacy is also one of the cause of the sports injuries. Then lack of sports facilities, the sports person or athlete, they should be provided a good sports facility, and if they are lacking these such types of sports facility, then it is going to create injuries in sports. For example, if they are not having a proper ground, and if the ground is not smooth, and if it is uneven, where you may find out there are some of the bumps, there are the ditches are there, and due to that the chances of injuries are more. I want to quote an example of an high jumper. If any of a high jumper, if they want to perform a Fosbury style, then in Fosbury style they used to land on their back. So here they require a foam based mat which used to work like a cushion, and which is also going to reduce or which is also going to prevent injuries. So if they are not getting such types of cushion or mat, then or if they are going to perform in such a place where these mats are not available, and they have learned the Fosbury style, and for example if they are performing on a sand pit, so here the chances of the injuries will be more. So lack of the sports facilities to the player is also one of the cause of the injuries in sports. Then seventh point is given as an injudicious officiating. If the officiating is not proper, then the chances of sports injuries will be more. As you have seen in the movie of Chak De India, that whenever Indian player, they used to play with an opponent team, where the opponent team used to play a rough game, and the official, they do not used to give the proper judgment. So you have seen in that match that the injuries were more in particular match. So injudicious officiating is also one of the cause of the sports injuries. Then 8 point is given as a no use of protective equipment. If any of the sports person or a competitor or an athlete, if they are not using the proper they are not using the proper protective equipments, then the chances of injuries are more, because the games and sports have become, nowadays it has become so much fast that it is very much dangerous to participate in the game without protective equipment. Even though in the pro kabaddi league, you have seen the players, some of the players, they used to wear the kneecap because they have already got injured in either of the knee, and they used to wear that so that the chances of injuries are less, or if they are having any type of previous injuries, they can also reduce. So protective equipment is been very much essential. Either in a cricket, they used to wear the helmet, where the fast bowler, they used to bowl, so the batsmen, they used to wear the helmet. Even though in the hockey, the goalkeeper, he used to have a they used to wear all the protective equipment so that they can avoid the injuries. So nowadays you have seen in the games and sport, they have become very much fast, so it is to very much essential to wear the protective equipment. If they are not using the preventive equipment, then the chances of injuries are more. And if when we are talking about the sports equipment, it should be of a good quality, and if their quality is not good, then the chances of injuries is more. So no use of the protective equipment is also one of the causes of the sports injuries. The ninth point is given as an practice during the stage of fatigue. The performer or the player, they used to perform though they have got fatigue or they have got exhausted, because if the player continues practice even after getting fatigue, his or her chance of getting injured is will be more. Here her or his or her anticipation power decreases, because what is going to happen next, they will not be able to anticipate properly. and here the chances of injuries will be more. So practice during the stage of fatigue is also very much dangerous. It is going to create the injuries in sports. So ninth point, that is practicing during the stage of fatigue, is also one of the cause of the sports injuries. Then 10th point is given as a pressure of competition. Many players, those who are mentally strong, they every each and every player, they are having a pressure, but depends upon the conditioning how it has been done. And if they are having a pressure of the competition, then during the stress increases during the sports competition, at that time they are having a, at that time what happens, the player are having the dignity for their country, that they want to win the match, and what is going to happen if I used to lose the match. So he or she used to exert the maximum force, usually beyond his or her capacity, and here what happens, that mentally it affects the player, and they are going to perform with the uh, with lots of energy and with force also, which is going to create the injuries in sports. So pressure of the competition is also one of the cause of the sports injuries. Then carelessness during the games. Now during the training competition, there may be some of the moment where the player do not remain aware or the conscious about the game. They used to have a they do not they are not able to concentrate, they are not able to anticipate that what is going to happen. If they are having such types of carelessness, if they are not alert, then the chances of injuries will be more. So here the carelessness during the game is also one of the cause of the sports injuries. Then 12th point is the recurrence of injuries. So here recurrence of injury tells us that when the player has got injured twice or thrice, it has been seen that the recurrence of the injuries become a usual phenomena. It is usually happens to such a player who starts playing before completely recovered. So recurrence of the injuries, if that they know that when the player gets injured again and again and still they are performing, so here the chances of injuries is going to increase. Until and unless he used to get completely recovered, they should not come to the for the games and sports, or they should not perform for the competitions or games. So recurrence of injury is also one of the cause of the injuries in sports. Then 13th point is given as an improper sports equipment. The sports equipment are improper, that we already learned. It's like the like protective equipment not wearing. If the improper equipment they are having, it also causes the injuries in sports. Sports equipment must be according to the international standard, whatever it is been decided. For example, in a cricket previous time period, there was the player used to use the bat which was having a different weight. They were having the shaft broad or whatever may be. So if the equipment is improper, and previously it was been allowed that they used to play, then afterwards there were the some standard and some regular rules were being formed, that how they should use that equipment, and it should be having an according to, it should be according to the international standard. So if the player are using the improper sports equipment, then the chances of injuries will be more. If they are using any of the object which is too much heavy, it is going to create problem for them. And if it is too much light, then it is going to, then they used to use the force or pressure also too much on that particular object, which is going to affect the uh, which is going to affect on their body, and it is also going to create the injuries in sports. So there should be, whatever the equipments are being provided, that should be according to the international standards. Then overuse of muscle. Now here, whenever the overuse of muscle, that means if the excessive repetition of the or the movement is also one of the cause of the injuries. That may be either racer or a swimmer and a tennis player may fall prey to the injuries who do excessive repetition. In a badminton, they are having continuous repetition. In swimming, in a tennis game also. So continuous movement also creates overuse of muscles. For example, marathon runner, the long runner, if they are just running continuous, they are having a movement, and due to the excessive repetition also creates the injuries. They may get various injuries such as tennis elbow, tendonitis, and shoulder impingements, because continuously hitting For example, lawn tennis, in tennis, the player used to serve again and again. So here they used to give a jerk with the help of the shoulder. They used to serve. If they are continuously, if they are serving, then it is going to create the shoulder impingement also. So overuse of the muscle is also one of the cause of the sports injuries. So these were the causes of the sports injuries. Now we are going to learn the prevention of the sports injuries. Now again, there are the various preventions. You can opposite to the causes, you can write down the prevention. Now in the prevention, you have seen that many of the sports persons, they used to get injured, and many times it happened that their career used to get over due to that such types of injuries. So it is very much essential for an athlete or a sports person that they should reduce or they should eliminate the chances of injuries while performing training and participating in sports. Sometimes it has been due to the injury the sports person cannot participate in sports competition, and totally then afterward they need to take a retirement from the sports. It happens many times. So there are the various negative impact on their performance. If they have got injured, then they are going to affect their training program. They are not going to get the chance to play in the another match also. So there is very much essential for a player or a sports person to reduce the chances of injuries. Now it has been observed, or it has been given by the sports scientists, suggested that the injuries rate can be reduced by 25% if the sports person takes an appropriate steps for the prevention of the sports injuries. So there are the various steps are being taken by the sports person if they want to prevent the sports injuries, or if they want to reduce the chances of injuries in sports. So let's start with the prevention of the sports injuries. In that, the first point is given as a proper warming up. Proper warming up is very much essential to avoid or to prevent the sports injuries, because the proper warming up, when we are talking about proper warming up, it is very much necessary, because the warming up helps us in increasing the heart rate, the circulation increases, the blood circulation increases, which is going to lose the joints and increases the blood flow in the working muscles. So proper warming up should be at least for 10 minutes, and you can start the warming up by the gentle exercise such as jogging and slow running. Then gradually you need to increase the pace until you are running briskly. After that, there should be a 2-3 rounds of the track. Do some stretching exercise, do some exercise, so that the body part that you are going to use in your sports, a proper stretching exercise and should be done. So such types of warming up is always helpful for reducing the chances of sports injuries. So proper warming up is one of the point for the prevention of the sports injuries. Then second is given as in proper conditioning. Again, as we have learned in the causes of conditioning, that it is conditioning should of a player should be done in a better way. The conditioning helps us in development of the cardiovascular fitness, their muscular endurance. They can also develop their components like power, speed, strength, stamina, agility. Everything is being improved with the help of the proper conditioning. So conditioning is being done of a player by weight training and by circuit training methods. These methods of conditioning helps us in improving the neuromuscular coordination, which is also going to helpful in preventing the sports injuries. So proper conditioning is also very much essential to prevent the sports injuries. Then third one is given as a balanced diet. So a sports person, they should take the balanced diet. In their diet they should include the vitamins, minerals, calcium, phosphorus, vitamin D, which makes their bones and muscles stronger. Here it also creates their mental state also becomes good. If they are having weak bones, that used to leads towards the sports injuries. So balanced diet helps us in prevention of the sports injuries. So a athlete or a sports person, they should take the proper or a balanced diet. Then fourth point is use of protective equipments. Now, use of protective equipment, we have learned in the causes that no use of protective equipment. Here, the point has been changed, that is use of protective equipment should be done to avoid the sports injuries, because these sports equipment protect the sports person from getting injured. So it is only due to this reason the protective equipments are essential in the games and sports, because it helps us in prevention of the various sports injuries. Like it, as I have given an example of a hockey goalkeeper in hockey. So here they should wear a proper protective equipment so that they can reduce the chances of getting injured. So the more stress should be laid on the quality of the protective equipment. It should be of a good quality. If they are not having proper or good quality, for example in cricket, if the helmet are of not good quality, nowadays you can see in the market the different companies, there are the various companies are there, and which used to produce different types of materials related to the sports. And many companies, they used to prepare a very good material, and now they are having the name. Many of the company they are having a substitute for the same type of equipment, but they are not that much durable. And if the player used to wear such types of equipment and they used to perform during the games and sports competition, and if they have got injured due to that, for example I am taking an example of a helmet in cricket. When the batsman used to wear the helmet, and if the helmet is of not good quality, then the chances of getting injured is more. So use of the protective equipment, but that also of a good quality. Then sixth point is being fifth point is being given as proper sports facilities. Fifth point. So here the proper sports facilities it should be provided to the player to avoid the various types of injuries. As given the example of the long jump, given the example of the high jump, like landing pit of the high jump is being made up of foam mattress, the chances of acquiring the injuries will be minimum for the high jumper, those who used to perform the Fosbury style. So if the such landing pit is not available, then there is a maximum chances of getting injured. The same way for the pole vault. So if they are not getting a proper equipment, in the one more example related to the badminton, that nowadays you may find out that wooden court are available, but previously they used to play on the ground where it has been cemented, on a cemented ground, or it may be yeah, these grounds were being made of the different materials. What happened that when the player used to perform in such types of ground, the chances of knee injuries were more at that time. So to reduce the chances of these injuries, nowadays you may find out that they have made up the wooden courts are available, either indoor courts which are being made up of wooden to avoid the chances of injuries. So these all proper facilities must be provided. If they are not getting these facilities, then the chances of injuries are more. Then sixth point is given as an unbiased officiating. If the officiating is biased, on one sided officiating is there, then the chances of injuries is more. As I've given an example of in the movie that Chak De India, that how the player they used to get injured due to the rough game played by the player, and the judgment which has been given by the official was not proper. And here if the officials are giving a biased judgment, then the chances of injuries will be more. So unbiased officiating reduces the chances of sports. So this is also one of the point which used to prevent the sports injuries. Then seventh point is avoid overtraining. Any of the player, if they are being engaged in training, and if they have got more training, then the chances of injuries is more, because continuous repetition is going to create the problem for them. So physical activity could do more harm than good if they are engaged in any type of activity which is for the long term. So always increase the load training load, that is gradually and wisely. Whatever the loads are being applied on the players, that should be from less towards the more. So gradually the load should be increased, so that the injuries, they can avoid injuries and they can adapt that. So overtraining should be avoided to reduce the injuries in sports. Then 8th point is given, obeying the rules. It is very much essential for a player, necessary for the player, they should obey the rules which has been given by the officials. If the rules are not being followed, then the chances of injuries will be more. So if the player or athlete, they should obey the rules of the games and sports properly. Sports injuries can be prevented to a great extent. On the other hand, if they do not obey the rules, then the chances of getting injuries are more. So obeying rule also helps in prevention of sports injuries. Then proper cooling down. So as the first point was being given related to the proper warming up, cooling down is also very much essential, because cool down helps us in taking out the waste from our body. Like it also helps us in reducing the lactic acid, then acid phosphate, etc. waste product from our body, and helps us to bring our muscles toward the normal position. So at least 5 to 10 minutes of light aerobic activities, light jogging or running should be performed. After that, stretching exercise should be done for 5 minutes. Proper cooling helps us in removing the waste product, as I have told that it helps us in reducing the waste product like such as lactic acid and acid phosphate from the muscles. So proper cooling down helps us to alleviate the muscle stiffness and soreness. So it is very much essential. So proper cooling down is very much necessary. Then use of proper technique. The proper technique must be used. Whatever it is being taught, the technique should be used so that we can avoid the many types of injuries. And if the proper technique is not being used, then due to the wrong techniques, the chances of injuries are more. If you are not sure about the appropriate techniques, you may learn it from a qualified coach. It is always been told that while watching from the TV and video and you used to perform at your home, many times shows in the action movies, and it is also been shown in the TV serials that do not try at your home. It has been already been told to you that while looking from the TV and you don't used to perform at your home, because the chances of injuries will be more when you used to perform. So there should be always that whenever you are performing any type of technique, they should use the proper technique, and it should be always under the guidance of a coach or any of a master. And if they are not using the proper technique, then the chances of injuries will be more. So use of the proper technique will also helps us in prevention of the sports injuries. Then 11th point is given as a proper knowledge about the sports skills. They should have a proper knowledge about the sports skills. That is, as we have learned the proper technique, the sports skills, again the same thing here. A sports person should be efficient in performing related to the sports skills. For example, a high jumper should have the proper knowledge and the efficiency of the landing. They should have the proper knowledge how I need to land. For example, if I want to have a stroke, uh, in a cricket, then if I want to hit on the offside, what should be the proper? I should have the proper knowledge. I should have the skills related to that. Then only I can reduce the chance. Then only I can perform better, and I can reduce the chances of injuries. If I am not having such types of knowledge, proper knowledge, then the chances of injuries will be more at that time. So here it is been told that he or she may get injured while landing in high jump. It has been also been told that if you have a deep knowledge of the sports skills and are efficient completely in performing those skills, you can prevent the injuries to certain extent. Only you are if you are having a knowledge of the sports skill, and if you are using it efficiently, then the chances of injuries will be less. So proper knowledge of the sports skill is very much essential to reduce the chances of sports injuries. So these are the points of the prevention of the sports injuries. So today we have discussed the causes and the prevention of the sports injuries, and you can prepare the notes on the basis of this. Thank you.